Throw it up. Start twerking like Miley. Oh yeah, twerking like Miley. Don't pop it like Miley.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with another Pokemon Go video. This is your boy Bliss24 Show, and welcome back, guys, to another segment of Pokemon Go. In this video, I'm going to explain to you guys some tips and tricks, but before we get into that, I want to explain to you guys a little story that I have that I'm really excited about. I actually found Charizard, man, and the reason it's so exciting because all this week, from Monday to now, I've been driving out to different cities. I drove out to Mesa, I drove out to Chandler, and these are like 50-minute drives, 26-minute drives, 29-minute drives, and I did not find so much as a Charmander, a Charmeleon, not even a Charizard, which that's what I was looking for. So I'm at work today, and I come across a freaking Charizard. So I'm gonna tell you guys how the story went. Okay, so I'm driving, doing my routine, job stuff, whatever. I'm driving with my buddy Mike, and we're leaving one of the buildings. We get in the car, and I log into my phone, and I'm like, I see a shadowy figure, and I see that little fiery tail, and I'm like, no way, no freaking way right now. This can't be Charizard. Don't lie to me right now. Like, don't lie to me right now. And he's like, are you serious? My boy Mike was like, are you serious? It's Charizard. I was like, dude, Charizard is nearby. He's the third one on my list. So he's like, all right, you want me to drive while you try to catch him or whatever? I said, yes, do that. So we switch seats. He gets in the driver's seat. I get in the passenger seat. We take off. We're looking for Charizard. So we cross over this bridge or whatever. We cross over this bridge, and then Charizard's in the #1 spot. So I'm thinking he's like on the, under the bridge. So we wind up going all the way around under the bridge. He still wasn't there. And then we wind up going back where we started, back over the bridge again, and then Charizard disappeared. And I was like so hurt. I could not believe it. I'm like, man, that I felt like, you know that feeling like when your principal calls your mom or something, like when you was bad in school, you was about to get your butt whooped. That's kind of how I felt. Like my stomach just dropped to my ass. And I'm just like, man, that was my opportunity to get Charizard. And so I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna give up yet. Let's go back to where we saw him the closest, and let's see if he's in that location. So we jet back over to where we first started, and I see a Weedle pop up, and I saw that as a good sign because I remember the Weedle was right next to the Charizard. So I'm like, okay, well maybe we'll get lucky and the Charizard will pop up. So we go around this building, right? And so my boy Mike turns on his phone, and Charizard is on his nearby list. So he's like, he's still around here. He's still around here. And I kid you not, the Charizard pops up on his map. And I'm like, I'm looking at his phone. I'm like, dude, I have his phone in my hand. And I'm like, dude, Charizard just fucking popped up, dude. He just popped up. He's like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna catch him for you because I have my boy's phone. I was like, I'm gonna catch him for you. I was like, dude, you don't have any Pokeballs. What's wrong with you? And he's like freaking out. He's like, are you kidding me right now? I don't have any Pokeballs. I was like, dude, you don't have any Pokeballs. So he's like slow driving or whatever, right? And I jump out of a moving car because I'm like, this is Charizard. I gotta restart my phone. Hopefully he'll pop back up. And so I did. I went around the corner. I turned. I restarted my phone. He's like, man, get in the car, man. You can't just be standing on the side of the street like that. You look crazy. I was like, I don't care. We're talking about Charizard. I gotta get him. So I log into my phone, and Charizard comes back on my nearby list. So I'm super excited. My heart is pounding. It's racing. And then finally, it's like, boom! Charizard pops up. I'm like, oh my god, yes. Yes, so I'm like just like smacking my screen, right? I'm smacking my screen, and he's like not, it's like the game, you know how the game lags or whatever? So the game is lagging, and finally, I go into battle mode. I go into battle mode, I'm like, all right, cool. First thing I do is I throw a raspberry at him. I'm like, all right, eat this raspberry, get full, please just don't run away. I don't want you to run away. I get that, and then I go straight to my Ultra Balls. And I started out with like 30 Ultra Balls, I kid you not. By the time I got done trying to catch Charizard, I wasted, I had about 10 Ultra Balls left. Whereas 20 of those balls, 10 of those balls, Charizard broke out of, and the rest of the 20, I was just missing. I was just like, I was just throwing Pokeballs, and Charizard was like looking like, yo bro, are you on speed or something? Like, what's wrong with you? And I was just so freaking excited. My thing was shaking, my curveball wasn't working. But when it was all said and done, that last Ultra Ball that went out I caught Charizard, and I couldn't be any more happier. I blasted my Facebook, I blasted my Twitter, I blasted all my Pokemon trainer friends on my phone. I'm like, yo, suck it! I got Charizard, and they're like, yo, where'd you get him? I'm like, dude, I got him like pretty much right behind my job, so I was super excited about that. So let's get into the topic of the EVs. So you know how it's randomized when you have EV and you give EV the candy or whatever, you evolve EV, you cannot pick between Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. Well, if you change their names, in this case, I'll show you. I did one example before, I did it off screen, and I'll show you guys really quick. I have a lot of Jolteons. If you want a Jolteon, if you have an EV and you want to evolve and you want it to be a Jolteon, you want to nickname it Sparky. If you nickname it Sparky and then hit the evolve button, it will turn into a Jolteon. If you name it Rainer, I believe it will turn into Vaporeon. And if you name it Pyro, I think it was Pyro, then it will turn into a Flareon. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. That's the little tip on that. I also just got a tip as well. If you have a Kakuna, which I'm gonna look it up right here really quick. Let's go to favorites. Oh, no, I don't want to go favorites. I want to go names. Let's go to the K's. We're going to see if this works live on camera today. Kakuna, I have one. Awesome. So if you go to Kakuna, I don't have enough to evolve him. If you nickname him Pikachu, but I believe you have to put quotations around a Pikachu, he will evolve into a Pikachu. If that doesn't work, blame the person that told me. But if it does work, I take all the credit. Let's end this video with some evolution. Lazy. Okay, so here's my top Staryu. We're gonna evolve him. There it is, Stormy, one of the most kicked Pokemons out there. Alright guys, thanks for checking out the video. Appreciate you stopping by. Be sure you smash that like button, that subscribe button. Tell a friend, and most importantly, drop a comment. Let me know your goals, how many Pokemon you have. I think I'm at 102 right now. Let me know what kind of Pokemon you're trying to catch out there. And so maybe some cool glitches that you may know. I'll see you guys in the next